Red Pill disclaimer. Welcome to Gawdzell's channel. By watching this video, you are choosing to take the red pill and see how deep the rabbit hole goes. All opinions expressed are Gawdzell's alone, and any copyrighted content belongs to its respective owners. Viewer discretion is advised.
Can you see it now? Can you see the Matrix for what it truly is?
Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. This is going to be a great video, as always. You guys stay tuned. And let's get right into it.
That's right. So it's no, so as far as like I said yesterday, when that is right. So it's no, so as far as like I said yesterday, when the spirit world looks down, they don't look at bodies. They look at light.
Right.
So they see a whole bunch of darkness, and they see these little specks of light spread out, and that's the only people that they are interested in, and they gravitate towards even giving them more enlightenment or even protection, and they protect them through the darkness, and the darkness might be the ones that's not awakened.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So they don't look at things. They look at this thing based on light. And like I said, now this thing is going even in the black community. It's not going based on economics. It's not going based on not based on skin color. It's based on, when I say I'm talking about within the black community, whether it's light skin or dark skin or whatever, whether it's this family or this family, it's now based on enlightened versus darkness. Mm-hmm. That's the line it's split down with.
Mm-hmm. Right.
The conscious and the unconscious. That is right. So it's no, so it's.
I saw Jesus! I saw Jesus with a trumpet! I saw Jesus! I saw Jesus! He was trying to tell me, Barbara, don't give up! Barbara, keep on blowing! Barbara, keep on blowing! Keep on blowing the trumpet!
Let me read this real quick. It says, you people believe in a man who walked on the water and flew to heaven, body and soul, but do not believe in us. You people are ridiculous. That's funny. I just wanted to read that, see what's going on right there. Hey, do y'all believe reptilians exist? How many of y'all believe that? I feel like it's a possibility. Shoot. Look at all the type of fishes we got. Look at all that man. Shoot, it's like we live on all type of species on this planet. So. Yeah, scoop. Okay.
With me, bitch nigga, eat a salad. Come on, bitch nigga, eat a salad one more time. Bitch, nigga, eat a salad. Your life would hit different if you kept your diet balanced. I'm a genius. That's why they got my lyrics up on Genius. You can't produce no test results. You cannot touch my penis. My partner hit it raw and said you left his weenie stinging. Bitch, how the fuck you think you getting cunnilingus? Your pH balance off because you been humping on them demons. Soul ties left all in you from the semen. Plus that nigga leaning. Same time he beaming. You know I got the remedy. I'll put it in my speeches. Take some berry mixed with onions and some peaches. Lemon, lime, honey, use agave if you vegan. Golden seal, ginger, man, the garlic keep you even. I'm trying to help my people. They tell me that I'm preaching, well I am. Bitch nigga, eat a salad, come on. Bitch nigga, with me.
You hear him? Y'all heard him? Eat a salad. Nigga, eat a salad. What? You better stop playing with my boy, man. This is what we need. This is what we need right here, y'all. For real. That's what I'm talking about. I'm skipping that.
There's a great giant gecko in the water. Look at that thing. Oh, we just opened its mouth. There's a spray.
Well, imagine your vision is totally normal, and then one day you see demonic features everywhere you turn, just like this. That is the reality for Victor Shera. He has an extremely rare yet terrifying disorder called prosopometamorphopsia, or PMO. Sufferers see parts of other people's faces distorted in shape, texture, position, or color. For Shera, that means grotesque grimace, elongated eyes, and deeply etched scars. Also pointy ears. Shera shared his story in a study published yesterday in The Lancet. There are 81 known cases of the disorder. Scientists say people can develop it after a brain injury, tumor, or infection, or after seizures.
All right. So, that's pre-programming. They have a name for the condition when more and more people start seeing those alien faces, like kind of like lizard people, you know, with like the long heads.
Well, imagine your vision is totally normal, and then one day...
You know, you know. That's all I gotta say. You know, you know.
You can see there's several humanoid drawings. One right here, one right here, and right there. Oh my gosh, look at that thing. At one point, that tip would have fit perfectly right here. There's no denying that that is 4 perfect 90-degree angles. And it kind of makes you wonder, where did the middle block go? This cliff has a huge amount of potential energy when all of these rocks come crashing down.
Comes the depths, I'm the one that they be calling when the people get fed up on one.
Me walking. I'm walking. Look. This plane isn't moving.
That's crazy. I've never seen this.
It's not moving.
That thing gets froze.
But it sounds like it's moving.
That's weird.
Alright, everybody sees me walking.
These major stellar events coming up this year, not just the total eclipse here in America in just 2 weeks, but there's another light show you may not have heard about. For the first time in 80 years, a star system located 3,000 light years from Earth will be visible to the human eye. Yeah, it's expected to happen at some point between now and September. It's being called a once-in-a-lifetime event.
The researchers here feel that they're within reach of finding new particles that really make the universe tick. One more heave, they say, and they could make one of the biggest breakthroughs of all time. Palab Ghosh, BBC News, CERN.
Talk up more fun, guys, for the Skywatchers at home. A lot to look forward to in the spring. We're going to see the total solar eclipse on April 8th. It's exciting. But there's a comet that's already close enough to Earth. We're going to see it leave a trail in the night sky.
Yeah, astronomers have been watching the Devil Comet, that's what they call it, all month because of a series of flare-ups.
I'm gonna skip this one, y'all. Miss out on that one. Sorry. This is crazy. Look, check this out. Check this out. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? You never know what's fake, man. What's real.
This is defined as the most powerful way of thinking. Original thinkers have resorted to it throughout history to make some of the most remarkable discoveries of humankind. Today's most successful entrepreneurs have used it to create some of the most innovative companies in the world. It's called first principle thinking. This mental model drives you to find innovative solutions by breaking down a problem into its basic parts and reasoning up from there. It's like taking a traditional recipe, breaking it down into its basic ingredients, and then using them to create a completely new recipe from scratch. That's where the real power of this framework comes from. Once you reject conventional thinking and approach things analytically, the noise of assumptions dissolves, and you start seeing opportunities others miss. This is defined as the most powerful way of thinking.
Ripples in the fabric of space, those are gravitational waves that he predicted mathematically. And now they have been detected. Yeah. What happened that allowed us to do that? Yeah, so his math also shows, if we go on from here to the next sequence, his math shows that as a gravitational wave ripples by anything, it will stretch it and compress it. You see it happening like the Earth right here. So literally, because we're part of the fabric of space-time, you and me and the Earth is stretching and compressing along with the rippling of space-time. That's exactly right. Now, the one thing is this is exaggerated a little bit. I hope so. I hope so. The ripples would actually cause the Earth to stretch and compress by less than an atomic diameter. Well, how do you measure that? How do you measure that? Yes, that's what I said. Yeah. Yeah, that's what people, thousands of scientists have been working on for 40, 50 years. This amazing team of researchers, LIGO it's called, Laser Interferometer Gravitational Wave Observatory. Just 2 weeks ago, they announced the first detection of these gravitational wave ripples in the fabric of space. Those are
What Einstein said was this: if you don't have anything out in space, that's a flat space. If you were to take a planet, a ball, whatever it is, a rocket ship, and roll it, it would make a straight line in that space-time. Watch it up on the screen. I roll it, and it makes a straight line. But, according to Einstein, if you go and have a star, that star will bend space-time in that extra dimension that you can't see. See, you can't see it bent up over there, but you can see it here. And that bent space-time, if you roll the ball, see, now it looks like it's going around and around that planet. So according to Einstein, there is no connection between the star and the planet. What you have is the star bending the fabric of space. What Einstein said was this: if you don't have anything out in space.
What happens when I die?
You wake up into spirit again. Remember, you've never left. You just wake up from this dream. Kind of in the same way, I would imagine that if you have a dream at night when you're sleeping, and it seems so real, and then you wake up and you go, as real as that was, this is who I am. Right. So when you die, as real as this seemed, oh yeah, this is who I am. I've just had this amazing dream, and I'm going to learn from it. But this is me. And every level is probably like that. Oh yeah, this is who I am. So I think it's a series of aha wake-ups into going into spirit and dying. You know, and certain things seem to happen similarly for a lot of people in terms of you kind of like, okay, I'm looking back at this life I had. Again, you're kind of reviewing the dream. You learn from it. You might meet other beings that have gone on before you that are happy to greet you, crossing over again or waking up. So I'm like, hi, you've been asleep. Hi, welcome back. Good morning. And you have different possibilities. Time and space are way more flexible there. You can manifest things probably pretty quickly, almost instantaneously, and make them seem very physical and very real, even though they may not be. That seems to be typical patterns people report from things like near-death experiences. But, you know.
What happens when I die?
You wake up into spirit again. Remember, you've never left. You just.
What would it be like to be a four-dimensional being? The answer to this is going to blow your mind. See, being a three-dimensional being means that everything around us is comprised of three dimensions. Length, width, and height. Everything from the rooms that we're in to the human body itself, all the way down to the thinnest human hair strand. Even that is 3D. There's no such thing as flat. So the question is, what would all of these things be like, but from the perspective of a four-dimensional being? Someone who can perceive things from the perspective of the fourth dimension, which is time. And this is where things get crazy. A four-dimensional being would be able to see the evolution of that strand of hair over time and in a single instance, in a moment. A four-dimensional being would be able to look at you right now, and in that exact same instance, they'd see you as an infant, as a teenager, as an elderly person. Four-dimensional being would be able to see everything around you just as it was on the very first day that it was made, while also seeing it decompose and return to dust. As a three-dimensional being, we move through time, but as a four-dimensional being, you see it. You see it. Just like we see space, they see. What would it be like to be a four-dimensional being? The answer to this is...
Here's what would happen if humans were silicon-based instead of carbon-based. All life on our planet, and 18% of your body, is made from carbon. Astronomer Julius Shiner suggested the possibility of silicon-based life in 1891 due to similarities between silicon and carbon. But for this element to exist in any other form than solid, Earth would have to be a very toasty, very acidic place. Silicon's melting point is 1410 degrees Celsius, so we'd need an extremely warm climate to thrive. Sadly, silicon's weak bonds with oxygen would make all silicon-based life forms very primitive. Your body wouldn't be able to exist with its complex organs, bones, and tissues, so have fun being a human blob unable to reproduce. And here's what would happen if humans were silicon-based instead of carbon.
Could y'all imagine being like that? Oh my goodness, man. That'd be a sad life. Yeah.
You don't know what true loneliness is, or how it even feels like to start, but I will tell you what it is. A person who experiences true loneliness neither loves loneliness at all. These people have experienced a far greater disappointment from the world that even if they let loose from the cave, keeping them safe from the brutalities of this world, they are still met with the same shadows that brought them to the cave in the first place. Through the years they've spent in the cave and outside of the cave, they've realized that their peace matters far more than anything else, and that their loneliness is independent of someone else's presence or absence. The unorthodox, loneliness isn't a dark place after all. It is a place for peace and where one centers with themselves, far from the noise and drama of this world. Loneliness and peace are not too far apart from each other. You don't know what true loneliness is.
Thing about DMT, because DMT is literally like having a meeting with God. It's like having a meeting with divine, unbelievably wise, incredibly loving energy, like whatever it is, the source of everything. And it leaves you so humbled that after it's over, you have it's like literally like you're still you still look like you still wear the same clothes you are, but you're not really you anymore. I mean, you literally have been changed. You know, you have experienced something that very few humans experience. And the thought to me that people can go through their entire lives and not know about this. It's like your life could be so much more positive and so much more interesting and fascinating, and you'd be so much more humble and aware of what you really are and where you really stand if you just have this experience. Thing about DMT, because DMT is literally like having a meeting with God. It's like having a meeting.
There are two types of people. The thinker, someone who dreams big, creates plans, and tells everyone about their goals. This person lacks discipline and is held back by procrastination. They remain in the same place every year. Then there's the doer. This person keeps their plans private. They do what they say, and they do it right away, moving 100 times faster than everyone else. They go to bed.
What just happened?
Celebrities know their time is up.
The poles have shifted already. And when the poles shift, everything in the matrix is just it's a new color, it's a new taste, it's a new smell, it's a new feeling, and the rules change.
Celebrities know their time is up.
People really high up in, I don't know, status, royalty, whatever.
Mhm.
They're doing like crazy satanic shit.
I'm
Like
gonna say about 25%.
25, 1 in 4.
Wow.
Well, how high status are we talking?
Like,
I'm
they
thinking
probably-
billionaires, royalty, oligarchies.
Part of
I don't think they
satanic as
believe
a-
in the satanic stuff. They just do it because that's
Yeah.
part of the culture. I'm talking like the top 1% of the 1%. Like, okay, you're a billionaire, and some other billionaire comes here and like, let me get you in this room over here. And it's like, okay, listen, you hit the threshold. We want to invite you to this club. It's filled with, insert name here, and
Yeah.
it's just like amazing people you
Yeah.
admire. Like, okay, so it's gonna be at this island. We're gonna stay there for the weekend. Just meet the guys. It'll be really fun. It's like, okay, sounds good. You go to this island.
Oh my God.
Everyone's in cloaks, and then they
Fuck.
just do a ritual, and you're just watching it. They don't even ask you to join in. You see who's in it, and you're like, wait, that guy's here? Yeah. Oh, she's here. And then next day, like you're probably gonna join in. Now you're gonna be like, let's see what this is about. Even if they like slaughtered a goat, I'd still maybe be there.
people really high up in, I don't know, status, royalty, whatever.
Mhm.
They're doing like crazy.
Hey, what's up, peace and wholeness, family? Now, it's been prophesied in your religion stories that we will have 3 days of darkness upon the earth. Now, I done seen many different rainbows over the years. Now, a black rainbow, this will be something new to me. And these rainbows have been spotted all over the world. Could you imagine a scientist trying to explain this stuff to us? All I can say is the dark energy is expanding on our planet. And this 3D physical world that we live in is being removed. It's very important we balance the darkness within us as well. We all come from the darkness, and one day we will all return.
That's what I was saying, in between both of them, it's dark. It's totally different. I've never in my life seen a rainbow like that. Ever.
That is sick.
Look at that.
That is sick.
Where are the angels?
And as you heard Jesse Hey, what's up, peace and wholeness, family?
This is the key to the seal of Solomon, the greatest king of all time, divided the circle into 6 and constructed coherent triangles that interpenetrated and created the Merkaba, the spiritual light vehicle of consciousness. This is the key to the seal.
In Islam, in Christianity, in Buddhism, they tell you this. It's an illusion, but you have to participate as if it is real. You have to find the beauty in it. You are creating reality while you're living it. You are God. The Father and I are one. It's like trying to tell you simultaneously, yes, it's meaningless, but you invest it with meaning. You create purpose. The Tao, you are the path that you are walking. In Islam, in Christianity, in Buddhism,
Can be no time travel because so far no one from the future has ever shown up and said hi.
What that requires is that there's no time travel to the past, because the future person would then be coming to the past. We can travel into the future, however. Our understanding of that has been around since 1905, and it's Einstein's special theory of relativity. If I send you on a spaceship at speeds nearing the speed of light, and we watch you, we will see that your clock ticks more slowly than our own. And then you come back, it's the famous twin study. You send out your twin, they can come back, you aged 20 years, your twin would have aged only 10, depending on the exact speed. And so in that way, your twin went into the future. Now, you're right about the past. We don't know yet how to go into the past. There's some peculiar solutions of Einstein's equations that allow past travel, but then you can't interact with your life. You're in sort of another place. Because imagine if you could interact with your own life. Prevent your parents from meeting. Then you would never conceive. Then you could have never been sent back in time to prevent your parents from meeting.
Can be no time travel because so far
Aliens are not from outer space, they are from inner space. This is because space is not what we think it is, and according to this theory, anything that is foreign to Earth has actually come from beyond the ice wall in Antarctica. Think about it. What's another word for more? Extra. And what's another word for land? Territory. Now if you put that together, you get extra terra. And if someone came from this extra terra outside of Antarctica, what would we call them? An extraterrestrial from outer space. Sounds crazy, right? But it's clear there's something in Antarctica that they don't want us to know about. And it could be exactly this. Have you ever seen rockets when they are sent to outer space? They go up and then sort of curve. Some people believe that this is done purposefully and that they are actually trying to send these rockets to these other worlds that reside beyond our ice wall. Or perhaps they are not trying and they are succeeding. Because for them, this is common. And we have had regular communications with these other lands. For some reason, they just don't want us to be involved. Aliens are not...
Think about the dog who took...
Now, this is medical studies now. This is hard. No science now. We've known this since the 1950s when we discovered the 4 brainwaves. You spend 3 hours out of the body into the 5th dimension. The question is, where do you go? Most people, because they don't know what they're doing, or because they're arguing with their wife, or they're worrying about problems, or because they had too many drugs, they go to the lower astral plane. That's a very bad neighborhood. Like how? Well, except you can get out of it. Okay. Yeah. So it's like purgatory. Okay. Purgatory. Okay. Whereas if you use the techniques I described in psychic protection techniques and more positive things, you can leave through the crown chakra, not through the 3rd chakra, which will take you to the lower astral. If you go to the crown chakra, which is where you want to go, now you go to the upper astral plane, or the causal, mental, etheric, or even soul plane. Those are all positive dimensions. Okay. The only 2 negative dimensions are the lower astral plane and this one. You have a lot of problems here. But the other dimensions are all positive. And each dimension has a sound and certain characteristics that are relevant to it. For example, if you're out of the body and you hear the roar of the sea, you're on the astral plane. If you hear the tinkling of bells like in a New Age bookstore, now you're on the causal plane where the Akashic records are stored. If you hear the sound of running water, you're on the mental plane. And if you hear the buzzing of bees, you're on the etheric plane. Or if you hear the sound of a flute, you're on the soul plane. Now, this is medical studies now. This is hard.
Something nobody can explain to this day. Watch the video yourself and see if you get it the first time.
The reptilians. Let's get it. Reptilian scan. Definitely like reptiles.
¿Cómo se llama? Buenas. Hola. Bueno, ven y salgo con la entonces.
Sorry about that. Oh, there it is. Okay. It's there.
If you're into Tartaria, you should be into Barbaria too, because they're the same word. Tartaria means east of Rome, because we have a Roman history, guys. Remember, we have
People understand the significance of the biblical statement, I am that I am. If you only knew the power of resting in the awareness of I am without identifying yourself with anything but simply being prior to identification, you would then know yourself to be wholly free of all attachments and cravings, free of all suffering. And to be in this state of wholeness and completeness is the foundation for manifestation and abundance. This is the law of resonance. I don't think people
Look at that.
After lots of years, it's coming true.
Alex Gu is the founder and CEO of Fourier Intelligence. Hi there. Last year, he launched the GR1, his first generation humanoid.
We can do arm, you can swing the arm. Yeah, you see?
Oh, look at the fingers. Oh, my word. Can he play the piano?
Yeah, future definitely
In the future. Also in the future, he says, the robots could provide health care for China's rapidly aging population.
Maybe we can, for example, we can remote control such kind of robots to help my grandpa, for example. Yeah, I think.
Yeah. Look at that.
After lots of years, it's coming true.
Alex.
Particular shape, that might look like a plant that's actually a mathematical graph called a Barnsley fern. And a Barnsley fern is such that each leaflet is the entire shape. Let me show you. Isn't that interesting? Let's do it again just because it's cool. See, the entire shape, each leaflet is the entire shape. Fascinating. That doesn't, you can't touch that though. It doesn't exist in the physical world, but that does. It's very similar. I mean, you have this shape, that's a multibrot, that exists only in the conceptual world of mathematics. We can plot it, but you can never touch that thing because it's not physical. It's not made up of atoms. But that one is, and they look remarkably similar. This particular shape, that's part of the Mandelbrot set. It's a double spiral. You can't see that in a telescope because it's not made of atoms. It doesn't exist physically in the universe, but that one you can see it in a small telescope. The Whirlpool Galaxy, not too far off from the Big Dipper. So, how is it that particular shape, that might look like a plant, that's actually a mathematical...
You still think there is no intelligent design behind existence?
You ever heard of quantum physics?
Yes. I don't know what they are.
Would you like to?
Sure.
For a long time, the way that we understood the world was governed by what is called classical physics. You know what that is?
Kind of.
It is a basic way of measuring and predicting things. Then along came people like Albert Einstein. Have you heard of him?
Yeah.
Yeah. He started to look into really small things like atoms, subatomic particles, waveforms. And it began to look like classical physics didn't apply anymore, which is mysterious. It's not predictable in ways we currently understand. For example, the same thing can be in two different states at the same time. You could have a particle, for instance, the exact same particle. There's a world in which that particle is black and a world in which that particle is white. And there's a kind of point of liminal space between those worlds where the particle is black and white at the same time. And they don't seem to want to decide which state they'll be until someone looks at them.
That's nuts.
Well, that's nuts.
No ice around any of these areas, okay? There's North America, South America, Africa, India, Russia, China. Okay, so very similar to this map. North America, South America, Africa, India, China, Russia.
Wow.
Okay? Only thing different, Australia. There is no Australia here because it hasn't been discovered yet. This is 1587. Australia wasn't discovered until 1606. So that's why that's not there. But my main question is, if this is a globe flattened out and this is on the bottom, right? What the fuck is this? There's no ice on it. And guess what? Antarctica hadn't been discovered yet. Antarctica was discovered in 1820. If you look, oh look, there's an alligator, there's a camel, warm weather animals. So, you want to explain to me, first thing, what the hell is this, all this land? And second thing, what froze them? What happened between 1587 and 1892 where those areas got frozen? No ice around any of these areas, okay? There's North America, South America, Africa, India, Russia.
These sick fucks, they want to do everything opposite. They want to make sure that the art is imitated by life, so they put on some garbage. I'll give you an example. There was a movie called The Patriot with Mel Gibson. It came out in 2000, 1 year before 9/11. And in that scene, in the very beginning of that movie, he's in a rocking chair, and Mel Gibson goes, 9 pounds, 11 ounces, perfect. 9 pounds, 11 ounces, that's perfect. And then the chair falls apart. So they were trying to tell us they actually want stuff out there. So the question is, why do they want the stuff out there? It comes down to one thing. They believe if they tell you, they release their karma. These sick fucks, they want to do everything opposite.
This is why they put the truth of the movie This is why they. Oh, it's just a movie. They're not gonna know. Yeah, they're all stupid. No, we're not all stupid. We caught on. We all caught on. So, yeah, get out of here, man.
If you take DMT, you will communicate with something. It's so beyond description that me talking about it is like trying to explain a kaleidoscope to a blind man. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. Like, there's no way you could explain it. I mean, it's so beyond anything you can explain. But something communicates with you when you do this stuff. And my words do it no justice. If you take DMT, you will communicate with something.
This government just released, apparently by accident, the Project Aqua stuff. Did you see this?
No. What's that?
This is crazy.
Yeah, I guess we're rolling. Here it is.
B, medical injuries as a result of other anomalies. C, collateral injuries, psychological effects to family members.
So they're admitting that people are dying.
It's just retrieving data across dimensional space-time, develop remote viewing, comms, and countermeasures, determine baseline for physical transport across dimensional space-time barrier, rapid response medical teams for UFO interaction events. So how did they do this accidentally? Study conscious interactions with and control of technology.
So I got this from someone in the U.S. government who's well, look, let me just start by saying,
First off, you guys do know the Pentagon has a budget for film. Like, there's a whole department in the Pentagon. I know that. That's a fact. There you go. That's all you need to know. There's an entire department in the Pentagon. They get involved with films, and they get involved with films for the purpose of propaganda. They always have.
Hit certain people, and this was before we called things promotion and marketing. You know what I mean? That's Hollywood is not really there to entertain you. Like, that's great that happens, but propaganda is something that is important to all civilizations.
What movies I should have said Pentagon instead of CIA. Tons of them. I should show you the list. You should pull it up. It's wild. Yeah, Pentagon Department for Hollywood. Tons of them. Even Transformers. Even Transformers, like, because they're concerned about certain narratives. They get involved with, like, World War films, like, how are we telling a story about history? Usually it's because we're lying about what we did or trying not to make Americans aware of the crimes against humanity that we commit overseas,
Yeah, the Pentagon just funded some films. Black Hawk Down, Red Dawn, GoldenEye.
The more you know. So now you understand your experience in theaters is what your government wants you to think. They want you to think that this is how things happen, and it's usually not at all how things have actually happened.
6 of the best movies made with help from the Department of Defense. This is military.
Yeah.
So apparently Chick-fil-A will be changing its chicken at our locations due to lack of supply. How convenient. The FDA just approved lab-grown meat. You guys are looking at your new spicy chicken sandwich.
That was
You guys
disgusting.
don't find it suspicious that all these chicken farms are burning down? Soon all the chicken's gonna be lab-grown. Maybe this is all a part of Bill Gates' plan. Maybe he wants y'all eating genetically modified meats. So apparently Chick-fil-A will be changing its chicken.
Yeah, true.
What happens when you fall in love? The answer lies not in the heart, but in the brain. When you find someone attractive, the brain is flooded with dopamine and noradrenaline, which make you feel elated and alert. Research shows that this can happen within a fraction of a second. These chemicals appear to shut down some areas of the brain, like the prefrontal cortex, which regulates self-awareness and rational behavior. The rush of dopamine activates the reward circuitry of the brain, the same areas that are active when humans feel a rush from cocaine. In fact, the behavior associated with passionate love has a lot in common with addiction. At the same time, the brain experiences a drop in serotonin, a chemical that regulates mood, which scientists believe causes behavior resembling that seen in people with anxiety and obsessive-compulsive disorder. The intense feeling of passion at the start of a relationship often gives way to a more calm attachment. The hypothalamus releases oxytocin and vasopressin into the reward system of the brain, which spark feelings of bonding and arousal. One theory is that the intensity of love is in fact the brain tricking couples into bonding for the difficult task of raising children. What happens when you fall in love? The answer.
What can you see? So Baby X is a lifelike simulation of a toddler. Hey, are you excited to be here? She's actually seeing me through the web camera. She's listening through the microphone. Ooh, yeah. Baby X is about exploring the nature of how would we build a digital consciousness if it's possible. We don't know if it's possible, but we're chipping away at that problem. Hey, baby, hey.
Problem is an understatement for what Mark's chipping away at. His vision of the future is one where human and machine cooperate, and the best way to achieve that, he thinks, is to make AI as lifelike as possible.
What can you see?
Here's what would happen if we put solar panels around our sun. First, you'd need a lot of solar panels. To build these, you'd use photovoltaic cells that convert sunlight into electricity. Arranging your panels, you'd want to build a giant Dyson sphere, a megastructure inspired by the theory that alien civilizations built hollow spheres around stars to gather their energy. This would need to encompass the sun's 4.4 million kilometer circumference. A 10 square kilometer solar power station could power 1.5 million homes if we beamed this power back to Earth with massive antennae. That's if the microwave radiation didn't cook us, of course. If Earth harnessed all the sun's power, we'd jump to a Type 2 civilization on the Kardashev scale. That means we'd have more energy than we could imagine, and interstellar travel beyond our solar system would become possible. So here's what would happen if we put solar panels around.
7 habits that damage your brain. 1. Poor sleeping habits. 2. Barely moving throughout the day. 3. Too much screen time. 4. Consuming too much sugar. 5. Blasting your headphones on full volume. 6. Consuming too much negative news. 7. Staying in the dark too much. If you're not following us, you might not see us again.
I reached a point where, how long can I keep talking about the universe and not bring it down to earth? Not bring some science principles to people's thinkings. They want to tribalize. They want to hate. They want to create laws to restrict your freedoms just because of who you worship or don't worship, or who you sleep with, or what you look like, or what, you know, how reflective to light your skin color is, right? What side of a line in the sand we're born on. My head has been in the stars, but my feet have been on earth my entire life. I reached a point where, how long can I keep talking about?
Let me explain to you how the system works. So the first thing is they want us to be in jobs, J-O-Bs, because there they can transduce our most valuable resource, which is our time on the planet. Our effort, but our time on the planet. They can take that non-renewable resource, by the way, and transduce it into a debt instrument. Federal Reserve notes. Things worth, they're not actually worth nothing. They're actually debt instruments. They're IOUs. And the rate of exchange for our time is so low, such that they can make a great deal of profit off of leveraging our time so that the companies make money and we make very little for what our time is really worth. Then, do they pay you your full measure? No, they take half of it out as withholding on taxes that are unconstitutionally levied against us to take away even more of that labor transduced into worthless units, only to return it over a year later after inflation has made it even less valuable. Let me explain to you how the system works.
I can look like a frog. It's disgusting.
It looks like Katy Perry has been holding out on us. The 33-year-old singer and American Idol judge unveiled her hidden talent while taping the show.
Oh, God.
Katy showed her fellow judges and all of America that she's able to pop.
Now, this space news is some shit straight out of sci-fi.
A team of researchers have claimed that they have found 7 potential Dyson spheres in space. A Dyson sphere is a hypothetical giant fucking structure around a star, from which an advanced civilization can harness all of its energy. There's really no other way to describe the structure except for giant as fuck, considering how it has to fit around the star. I mean, size of Earth. The project is fittingly called Hephaestus, where the team used 3 instruments, Gaia, 2MASS, and WISE, to analyze a shit ton of data from 5 million space objects. And after many rounds of cuts, they have found 7 potential Dyson sphere candidates by looking for an excess amount of infrared radiation that can't be explained by anything natural. Exciting, but here are my thoughts. Building something this fucking large would need a crazy amount of material. According to YouTuber Zephyrus, you need about 23 Earth cores worth of metal. So to harvest that from many other solar systems, transport all that shit back, and then build it, the concept seems kind of absurd. But maybe not to a civilization that's a million years more advanced. Even the research team knows that many more follow-ups are needed, which is why these are only candidates. So the chances that these are Dyson spheres might be small as fuck, but when it comes to the universe, we also shouldn't be too small-minded. Now, this space news is some shit.
Fruit. Dude, if you look at the back of a package of chips and it has...
Are you coming to the street? They strung up a man, they say they wanna break. Strings of coffin, I need Are you?
I rolled out there and took the box up and started pulling it up. And it was so heavy, it broke the winch.
And we couldn't get it off the trailer, so we had to leave it on the trailer because it was too heavy. So I was asked by Nick to have a crew go down and unload the container at the other yard.
I got a radio call that from Ron Gillette, the foreman. They said the men were throwing up and there was something really wrong.
One of them fell down and hit me right in front of my feet. And it was opened up, and there it was.
And when I came to work the following day, I saw it myself. I couldn't believe it. And it's just,
that's sick.
You know, just little bitty babies, you know, just
sick.
all torn to pieces. My heads chopped off, arms, legs, you know, it's just, well, really, it's just, you know, it makes you want to cry when you see something like that.
Starting at the very front of this container, it was just wall clear to the ceiling and clear to the sides, filled with them.
I really don't want to witness it again. Not what I saw.
Well, as the supervisor for the County of Los Angeles, we found out through the media that 17,000 infants had been stored in a container.
I roll out there.
That's some bull crap. That should not be a thing. Like, what?
Hi, I'm Trevor Moore. Did you know that it's illegal to say I want to kill the President of the United States of America? It's illegal. It's a federal offense. It's one of the only sentences that you're not allowed to say. Now, it was okay for me to say it right then because I was just telling you that it's illegal to say.
Skip.
That you will not ask me another question about the case.
I will never ask you again.
We won't have to talk about it anymore.
Just did you do it?
No, I didn't. Nope. Did not do it.
After we finished filming, OJ said to me that he had a surprise for me, and I genuinely was surprised. I think it was his idea of a joke. And this is it.
That you will not ask me another.
OJ says he died.
Experience again? Well,
Yeah, he did
all
die.
your memories about your wife and daughter are false. They're like a dream. Someone's taken advantage of you. They were trying to make you ghost hack into some government officials. Do you understand what I'm saying?
But that can't be. I've been to your home. It's a bachelor's apartment. No one's there.
But I already told you. I rented that room when I separated from my wife.
I checked the records. You've been living there over 10 years. The truth is, you've never had a wife or kid. Like he said, they aren't real. They're a simulated experience, a fantasy.
Look, This is the photo you showed to your coworker. Who do you see?
I had a picture of her. She was there. She was smiling like an angel.
What's her name? How old is she? Where'd you meet your wife and when did you marry her? I'm sorry to put you through this, pal. Come on, who do you see?
If this is all a lie, what happens? Will I get my old memory back?
Your original memory will never be fully restored, and there might be residual simulation. We don't have the technology yet to handle Cymex erasures. I'm sorry.
That's all it is. Information, even a simulated experience or a dream, is simultaneous reality and fantasy.
What's a simulated experience again?
Well, all your memories about your wife and daughter are false.
Someone actually got pictures from inside Antarctica. It's like we're looking at some kind of underground tunnel. Another underground base, it looks like. An entrance for aircraft and vehicles. Monoliths. Possibly a UFO. That's what it looks like. Another underground tunnel. An entrance to another tunnel. Possibly a UFO or some kind of dome. Ancient structures is what I would have to guess. Another monolith. That I'm not sure. More ancient structures. The question is, were there people in Antarctica before we got there? Someone actually got pictures from inside Antarctica.
This universe is finite, its resources finite. If life is left unchecked, life will cease to exist. It needs correction.
You don't know that!
I'm the only one who knows that.
Okay, so, look, listen to me. I'm sitting in my house, right? You see me make a video of somebody or something in the sun. It's a clear day. It's after April the 8th, after the eclipse, so I'm coming out here to film this one more again. There he is. It's a man or something walking in the midst of the sun. You see this? He's right there on top. I'm not moving this camera. He's right there on the top. Hold up. Let me come down and make sure I get this as best I can. This is third time. And as you can see, he's right there on the top, walking in the midst of the sun.
There was a mystery monolith that just appeared in Las Vegas. Yes, gang, this 8 feet tall, alienated slab of glass just appeared in the middle of the desert. Yeah, the mysterious monolith, it appeared near Grass Peak, north of the valley. I feel like the craziest part is they've been popping up since 2020. They said this is not the first time that this metal sculpture has spontaneously appeared. Yep, not only that, it's like 8 feet tall. This is one of the structures compared to a human being. And they just appearing out of nowhere, spontaneously. So you mean to just tell me we got these ginormous metal glass like structures just popping up out of nowhere? No explanation at all. Now y'all wonder why conspiracy theorists be conspiracying. No, seriously though, what is the purpose of these structures just popping up? I know it's something. Y'all let me know the reason in the comments. Like or follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. Comment down below A-Team if y'all want to learn how to blow up on social media. So there was a mystery monolith that just appeared.
Shit is getting weird. What is this? A green light shining into people's homes and backyards has neighbors baffled and concerned. And tonight, Wink News is searching for answers.
Yeah, Wink News reporter Summer Senni went to Cape Coral for a closer look.
A colorful nightlight.
What the heck is going on?
Or possibly something more. Casey Sutton was driving home from work Sunday night when she saw an airplane overhead, but it wasn't your typical flight pattern.
I saw it going back and forth with a laser beam, and it scanned over me multiple times.
Philip and Lisa Bartolio also saw the plane from their backyard in Southeast Cape.
It was just like a pattern, like maybe a square or something. Yeah, like 2 lines of green all the way around the square. It was scanning the whole area, every square footage, basically, covering Cape Coral. It's really weird.
People who live here saw mysterious laser flights for 3 nights in a row, and they all asked the same question.
What's going on here, you know? It's weird.
Summer Senni, Wink News.
Now, when you see shit like that and hear shit like that, you know it's some shit about to happen, y'all. That's just my personal opinion. Oh my god!
Yo, that is freaking beautiful. That is beautiful. Yo, no, bro. Why is he fall so slow? Y'all see that? Oh my god, I cannot hold back laughing. That is so funny. She falls so slow. Yo, she fell way too slow like that. That is too funny. Ew.
Go. Fuck.
Can I get that though?
You're good, right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Fuck yeah!
Yo, that dude was just, yo, cut it out, please. Cut it out. That is just not right.
The 7 best parasite killer food. Number 7 is red beets. Number 6 is a quarter of a cup of pumpkin seed. Number 5 is 2 tablespoons of pomegranate arrows. Number 4 is 3 cloves of raw garlic. Number 3 is wormwood or artemisia. Number 2 is anise oil. And number 1 is a mix of raw honey and papaya seeds. Choose 3, take for 2 weeks and work on healing your gut. Follow for more. The 7 best parasite killer food. Number 7 is red beets. Number 6 is a quarter of a cup of pumpkin.
Watermelon is the...
Oh, yeah.
Okay, it's a lot. Is his hair done? It's a lot. Is that done? Cause it looked like they had 30 more minutes and he just got from up under the dryer. What is it? Is that baby hairs? I'm so confused. Please help me. What is this man's? Where does it start? Like, where does start? And then, when you have, do you tie that down at night? Do you just tie the front? It's a lot. It is a lot. What is? He got whiskers. That's whiskers. Okay.
They got you eating. First time I use one of these, I cut my palm. So remember. Safety first.
Let me show you how to turn this into this using leftovers from the holidays. Most of the work is already done. Check. Next day after a holiday, you open the refrigerator and you're just like, I ain't trying to eat no more cranberry sauce, no more stuffing, but check this out. Let's bring those ingredients back to life by making this turn-up sandwich. You could cut them really thin and cook them down, add the right flavors so they have like a, you know, deli slice vibe to them. Build you a sandwich and bring them ingredients back to life and enjoy.
Turnips need love too. Just saying. First time I used one.
I think this video might be the reason I stopped eating fast food. So a man recorded a tapeworm that fell outside of his food.
And is now fucking moving on its own.
And it looked like he bit it in half.
What in the actual fuck?
Yeah, I think I'm done with fast food game.
That right there definitely get you done.
That fell out of his burger.
That's disgusting.
Are you fucking kidding me, dude? What the fuck?
Out of a Whopper burger.
Yeah.
Yeah, most people don't know when you eat beef and pork that's half cooked, it has tapeworms that is inside of the food, as we just seen in the video. Yeah, I think I'd be too paranoid thinking about a worm doing a Dougie inside of my burger. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this man finding a tapeworm inside of his Whopper in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. Follow me on YouTube if you want that exclusive content, and share it to somebody that don't know. I think this video...
I'm 95 years old.
You're 95 years old. You look good for 95.
That's because I don't run behind big asses and titties. That'll kill you. Y'all young men, y'all be screwing all these holes out here. That's why y'all come up with arthritis or rheumatism. Your eyesight go bad. Your hair starts coming out. When you overfuck yourself, you bring arthritis on yourself. Every time you drop that seed in her,
yeah,
your bone marrow and all that stuff from your head to your toe goes inside of her. And when you have intercourse with your girlfriend, who always fall asleep first? The man. I'm 95 years old.
You heard it?
Yeah, he hard. Take off all that Nike. Put on something zetchy. Play King Von back again.
Featuring Lil Durk.
Yeah.
I don't even ask when they come to cash, they catch a black. Jam, get at that jam, I give him 50, ain't gotta ask again.
350, Lil Baby.
Yeah, I've been wanting to listen to something else.
All right, here.
Play one more song.
What song is it?
Play one more song. Oh my god. She looks so stressed out, bro.
Rio the Young OG, Cocky.
Ooh, you know Rio got a new album out?
Hell no, I ain't know that.
Yup.
Send a bitch OT with 90 pills in a latex condom. Let me stop acting the ass. I got labels watching. Man, I gotta get the fuck out. Just listening to that.
I'm crying.
He said, man, I can't get the fuck out. Oh my god. Yo, nah, man. Yo, that's real though. That's so real.
Discipline your thoughts. Stop thinking too much. Don't go into the past. Don't go into the future. Be in the present. Why? Because only then it's possible that the mind is free, the capacity is free, and now you can completely immerse into whatever you are doing. And this means you have arrived.
You want to eat more purple and blue foods. The darker, the better, because this sports so many antioxidants. Did you know that purple cabbage actually contains 10 times the antioxidant of green cabbage? So lean into all these dark skins. Oftentimes things like grapes are super high in resveratrol, which turns on your real longevity genes called sirtuins, and this is where we truly extend our health span. You want to eat more purple and blue food.
When you're in survival mode, this is how much you see, right? I need to see where I need to eat, who's in front of me, what's going on. But then, once you get out of it, you can see the world. You see bigger and bigger and bigger. But you only need to think for the next day.
or the next week or the next month. When you start financial planning, you're making quarterly decisions, right? You're making decisions for your next 5 years, next 10 years. So it changes what you're doing now. So if you look at what you have today, it's based off what you did yesterday, based off what you did last year. But if you don't do anything today for your future, eventually your future becomes your present. And now you're like, damn, I ain't got nothing. Well, you ain't did nothing. When you're in survival mode, this is how much you see, right? I need to see.
People think that vines is actually good in nature, when all they do is climb up trees and steal nutrients and sunlight from them. This is nature telling us, be careful who you got around you, because you think they might have your best interests at heart when they're literally just taken from you in order for them to survive. Y'all might be in the same place, but y'all don't have the same missions. Stay on your journey, even if you gotta go solo dolo. Peace. People think that
back the boys back there.
If you are sensitive to energy, you have the spiritual gift of clairsentience. Clairsentience is when you can feel energy in order to read or manipulate it. Whether it's to help others or yourself, it's a powerful gift, and this is how to strengthen it safely. By strengthening your awareness. You are not your body, your thoughts, your experiences, your emotions. You are the awareness experiencing all of those things. And that awareness is always in a neutral observer seat. Now, the more aware you are of something, the more apparent it becomes. And your gift of clairsentience is already working at its fullest potential, and you just don't notice it because there's a pile of distractions and mental creations clouding it. But the more you will strengthen your awareness towards your gift, the more powerful these mystical experiences will become. The best way to do this is to sit in meditation and focus your awareness on the energy surrounding you and observe what emotions come up, what images do you get in your mind's eye, what sensations do you feel throughout your body, what do you hear. You want to pin your focus on these energies and pin your focus on these sensations. This is a part of my hyper-awareness strategy, which uses awareness as a way to transcend the limits of the human mind and align with your true divine potential, which you can learn more about by commenting Circle 11. If you are sensitive to energy,
Mushrooms are not food. They're fungus. They call them spores. They're sores. Some mushrooms will kill you instantly.
Yeah.
Damn.
Mushroom will poison you. Mushroom is a toxic release from the earth. And you better know what you're doing if you're really dealing with mushrooms, because you should only eat mushrooms that grow wild. All the mushrooms that you're eating today, they're all cultivated.
Right.
And read up on cultivation of mushrooms. You just scare you to death. You don't want to put none of them things back in your system. All the edible mushrooms, so they don't poison you, so you don't drop dead, but they all poison. Mushrooms are the pimples of the earth. After the rain, you see them pop up.
Yeah.
Detox. The tree is a human being, but it's a living thing. It's us. It's the same thing. And if them can't grow a mushroom between them toes, when they chop them down, the same thing with you. The system is clogged up, so the circulatory system is not moving because the tree don't have the sunshine, don't have anything. So they grow in darkness because there ain't no sunshine in that spot. You need to be careful. Mushrooms are not food.
So, if you tell someone you're making a pizza that is vegan and with no oil, no wheat, and a crust made out of cauliflower, let them laugh and then get into the kitchen and do your thing. And my thing is healthy vegan recipes, and this bacon ranch pizza is certainly that. Now, I've had a lot of veggie pizza, but this one by far is the best. The flavors are amazing, so save the recipe and make your own.
Man, he be meaning that too, bro. Like, really, make your own. Like, you don't be playing. Shit.
When we're given exactly the utility and the sustenance and the essentials that we need, we can
like
grow
coconut?
out of anything. We
Is it
can be
coconut, huh?
some of the most resilient situations on this planet
Yeah.
Earth, where we have the nutrients, the vitamins, the right things going in so the right things can come out. I think there's something in the food where y'all are. It's time to get where you can be, where the food is not just candy. You know what I'm saying? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? If you can make it yourself, it's time to make it yourself. If you can get off the grid, it's time to get off the grid. It's time to get duro. Figure out what you're made out of. Push your feelings out of the way. Get out of your feelings and move in a purpose that's going to grant you freedom. Because what's going on in some places out there, well, it ain't freedom. You have a great, fantastic day. Oh, yeah.
Your greatest threat is your own mind. Your own self-limiting beliefs is that which stops you. It is that which keeps you stagnant. It is that which pulls you behind or pulls you backward. It is no one and nothing else, because you truly are the creator of your own reality. You live in a parallel version of reality, all amongst yourself. That is your version of it. And what you believe about yourself in relationship to the world around you, how grateful or ungrateful you are, is what will keep you in a certain vibration, and that vibrational quality will manifest in your life. Seeing yourself as a limitless being with all power that is given to you from the infinite creator is what will empower you to be successful in every area that you dream of. Whether it be spiritual or physical or both, your success is guaranteed when you can guarantee yourself that you will focus only on things and thoughts that are positive and grounded in your belief that you will succeed at what you desire to succeed at. Always remember that putting in the work is a result of believing in the self, not the other way around. And remember that there is no reality, and that is why this reality is created by you. Your greatest threat.
No lie.
You shapeshift every night. Every night we go to sleep, and nobody questions where do we go. I've often asked, do you punch a ticket? Do you have a transfer? What vehicle do you use? How much fuel does it take? And where do you go? Everybody on earth that has a soul sleeps, unless you're very refined, and even then you may sleep at least once a month. Sleep merely means that your body can no longer hold the soul because it's run out of energy. And the body becomes so despicably horrible to the soul that until it cleans up itself, the soul leaves. So each night you die. You will die every 3 days, or you will die standing up. People go to sleep standing up. People had guard duty, just go and sleep. They're still there. But you have to go to sleep because the energy in your body is not strong enough to maintain you. So you have to get out so the body can renew itself. You, as a soul, go out and receive some energy, jump back into the body, and there you go. Now, if that is the case, then you have to ask, what trip did you take? Go. What is the action, and what is the reaction? That is another whole case of study. But I simply say, each night we die. So death is only death when it's final, for what we think is final. When we die each night, we're going to be reborn. If not, then you got obsequies, funerals, and everybody's mourning. If you do, hey, you made it. You shapeshift every night.
That's crazy.
Get off here! Let's dance! Let's dance!
That was beautiful.
In your head, if you can picture it, if it's clear, you know what I'm saying? Then it is a possibility. Trust me, it'll happen. Ask and ye shall receive. That is a very true thing.
I believe that your life is defined by what you believe in. And I believe that every time that there is a struggle, it is nothing but a preparation for what's yet to come. But at the same time, I personally do not believe in death. I believe in transformation. We're almost there. I do believe that there is an afterlife. We all share the same space. So no matter what form you may be in, here or not here, you may be dust, we still share. In your head, if you can picture it, if it's clear.
You're not lying, though. Like, it's crazy how it works like that. For real. It's cool. Life is just it's a strange thing.
You have to watch this.
Bless is be less you. And some.
Let's skip that one.
How to train your mind to get what you...
This is a sign.
Let's check this out. Let me see what you're talking
How
about.
to train your mind to get what you want.
Don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something. Not even me.
Right, I'm like, that shit, that is strong, man.
How to train your mind to get what you want.
Jada got a grand.
It's real though. You gotta have that strong mind, man. Especially when you fighting adversity. Sure, you gotta have that, man.
This is a sign to start becoming independent. You have to be careful using things that people pay for, because as soon as you do something they don't like or you make them upset, they're going to be quick to take it away from you. They don't take it away from you because they're helping you pay for it or they're helping you out. They take it away from you because they can't get to you mentally or emotionally. When someone doesn't have power over you mentally or emotionally, they start trying to attack you physically, whether it's them putting their hands on you or taking away things that they know they help you with. I know it's not easy, but now it's time to start saving up so you can get the things that you need, so these people no longer have control. This is a sign to start becoming independent. You have to be careful using.
In this video, he speaks about how you know if someone is a bad person. Make sure you watch until the end and let me know what you think in the comments below.
Here's how you know somebody is a bad person. And this is a simple rule and observation about human nature that was articulated by the Russian author Tolstoy, who once wrote, "A bad and arrogant person considers themselves to be perfect. A good and kind person knows themselves to be imperfect." And essentially what he meant is that a bad person tends to be narcissistic. They believe that they are beyond reproach. No matter what they say or do, they think it is right and true. Whereas a good person wants to grow every day. A good person realizes that nobody is perfect. This means that to be good is also to be accepting of other people's imperfections, hoping that if you treat them as you would like to be treated as well, the world will thereby become a better place. Hence, a bad person believes that they are absolutely good. As Hegel once wrote, evil is simply the good which believes itself to be absolutely good. Whereas a kind and good person believes that they are not beyond reproach, that they can grow each and every day. That is what it means to be battered.
In this video, he speaks about how you know if...
Nowadays, men aren't proper men anymore.
So then where is your hijab and why aren't you praying in the mosque?
And to me, one of the gravest sins a man can commit against a woman is wasting her time.
Y'all want men to be real men, yet you're acting like a CEO on Wall Street. Nina from Queens, New York, you just activated my motherfucking trap cards. First I activate the trap. Where is the traditional woman? Who? When this card is activated, any modern woman asking men to be traditional when they themselves want to be in control of everything. Has their pet died due to neglect? And less to spend money on takeout forever because they forgot how to cook. Last I activate the Trap Zero Feminine Energy detected. When this card is activated, you automatically lose the duel because the government is drafting men, and you are so strong that they have put you in the first wave to attack the enemy. Now go. You are banished to the Shadow Realm, aka being a man in any century.
Nowadays, men...
Sometimes we be in our own way, blocking our own blessings. And so if you're ready to release what needs to be released, that heartache, okay, whatever it is that you are harboring that is no longer serving you, add your name to the petition, okay? So it's time for me to conduct our collective money and protection ritual that I do on the 21st of every month. So June 21st, I'm going to be conducting the ritual, but I'm also going to be working with the full moon in Capricorn, which is going to assist us with releasing so we can receive. So set your intentions around money and also set your intentions around protections, okay?
Alexa,
protection over your
stop.
family, over your assets, or over your mind, body. No!
Oh, damn!
I'm turning 25 tomorrow.
With a spiritual awakening, you got to find what works best for you. You got to find the teacher that works best for you. You got to find the practices that work best for your vibration. You got to find the exercises and the things that you can do to raise your frequency. A lot of times when we start asking so many different people how to do certain things and how you do this and how you do that, then we end up confusing ourselves, when the real truth is that all the answers is deep within ourselves. All the things that you're supposed to know, that you're on your mission, they will arrive once you go deep inside yourself. With a spiritual awakening, you got to find...
You got a dollar?
I don't.
Oh,
All I have is my card. Sorry, buddy.
no, don't make excuses. Here you go.
No, I don't need it.
Oh, I thought you were poor.
Oh, thank you. No, I just have a card.
Oh, you sure? Got a place to stay?
What?
You got a place to stay? Oh, okay. I was gonna say I'm married, but I could swing it.
No, that's okay.
You got $1.
Don't.
Oh.
No, no.
I got 5 children, man. You got $1?
Huh?
You got $1?
Need $1?
You got $1?
You need $1?
Yeah, man. This is gonna be so funny
you go, bud.
today.
I know you want $1.
Oh, I thought you were poor.
No, I thought you were asking for one.
No, I had $1. You didn't, so you're the poor one.
I got plenty.
I'm gonna go bank for bank. I can pull up my right pad. I just figured everybody should have a damn $1. It's America. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Nobody should be without a damn $1.
I was gonna give you $1.
Yeah, I used to lie when I didn't have it too. But I already won, so there you go. Because they got loss prevention in here, and they'll tackle you before you get out the door with that cement.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you just want to make sure it's paid for.
Oh my goodness, bro. Nah, I don't know why is it so funny to me.
Got a place to stay and all that.
Why is he froze? Like,
I got 5.
Is this proof that Leviathan is actually real?
God.
Just within the last couple weeks, dozens of dolphins have been seen washing up on shore, and even after being helped, they did not want to go back.
They were screaming. It is probably the thing that's stopping me from sleeping, because you can hear this screaming in your ears. They were making more than a noise. They were really yelling out for help.
Now, mind you, after they decided to come back, people came to the conclusion that something very strange was going on with the oceans, because even an anglerfish that is known to be 2,000 to 3,000 feet underwater was washed up, and others went as far as finding this.
what is that? Nah, that's not real. I don't think that's real. That's crazy. I don't believe that. That's fake. That's fake.
You can look good, but is that mind attractive? Are those morals attractive? Because a person is not going to stick around just because they like the way that you look. They have to be attracted to the way that you think and the way that you move. Do you know how to listen? Do you know how to treat people when you're upset? You can look good, but is that mind?
She not lying though. That was real. That was some real stuff right there.
Don't drink water in summer. Just water won't help you if it's hot outside and you're sweating. 1 liter of sweat contains 2,000 milligrams of sodium, 500 milligrams of potassium and 200 milligrams of magnesium. Water simply won't refresh these essential electrolytes. Here are 5 better alternatives to really hydrate your body. Coconut water, lemon sea salt water, structured water from watermelon, rainwater and sweet sea water. Share this video to hydrate and follow for more. Don't drink water in summer. Just water.
Don't eat death, eat for life.
Yeah, that's it. It's
Yeah,
real
that's
simple. I promise
yeah.
you, like the more life you eat, the more lively you're gonna feel. The more things that you eat that had to die in order for you to eat it, the more closer to death you're gonna feel. It's really that simple. I promise you.
Don't eat death, eat for life.
Yeah.
Not all human beings have souls. This relates with NPCs or backdrop or backfill people. Have you ever gone to the grocery store and you notice that there's a ton of people there? All those people are backfill people. They're basically just energy. Dolores said that whenever she went to the store and there was a bunch of people there, she would ask herself, why did I create so many backdrop people? She says that there are people that we go through life with, that we made contracts with, and those are real people. But there are tons of beings out there that are just energy, and I can see it. Guy Needler also talks about how he can spot a backdrop person. It's a really deep concept. If this is your first time hearing this concept, you probably are like, what is he talking about? The best way I can explain it at this time is energy cannot be created nor destroyed. Everything exists here and now. Everything. Time is just a physical experience.
Yep.
Outside of this experience, time does not exist. So The energy has to go somewhere. You have everything within you. So when you go somewhere, pay attention to your surroundings. It's like your energy, your consciousness is what is creating everything. And sometimes that will manifest as people in your reality. So next time your reality is feeling chaotic or the people in your reality are feeling chaotic, think about how that is a reflection of you and your energy. Not all human.
If you comment, I am a person, and let autocorrect finish, it will give you the word that best defines you. There are more bacteria in your stanky ass mouth than it is people in the world. People produce approximately 25,000 liters of saliva throughout their lifetime. 1 in every 10 people got the same phone as you. Comment your phone model and see how many people got the same phone as you. It is possible to count to the number 100 without using the letter A. Most people have tried to imagine a new color, but unfortunately, it is impossible. Your best friend is the first person that appears when you click share. Select more, there they are. Why do most people use their right hand and only a minority use their left? Sleeping with your phone near you can affect your sleep and cause poor sleeping quality. Before revealing the last one, like and follow me for good luck this week. If Pinocchio says, my nose will grow now, will his nose actually grow? If you comment, I am a person, and let autocorrect.
So do y'all know they have frequency fire extinguishers that put fires out with frequencies?
We're here
Now
to
watch.
test out our device
Pay attention.
that uses sound frequencies to extinguish flames.
Sound frequency. Extinguish
I
flames.
see this device being applied to a lot of things. First off, I think in the kitchen, it could be on top of a stovetop. But eventually, I'd like to see this applied to maybe swarm robotics, where they'd be attached
That's the
to a
frequency
drone,
machine right there.
and that would be applied to forest fires or even building fires, where you wouldn't want to sacrifice human life.
Professor Brian Mark really stepped in to help us.
Just gave us a lot of support.
I think as a whole, engineering is really just finding solutions finding simple solutions to complicated problems.
You know that everything is vibrations and frequencies, right? So somehow somebody tapped into the frequency of fire to put it out, using a sound from a device, which makes a sound device a fire extinguisher. You learn something new every day. Now let me know in the comments though, what y'all think about this frequency fire extinguisher in the comments. Like or follow for more wisdom, and stay tuned. And by the way, if you want to learn that social media sauce on how to get paid, comment down below ATM, I'm gonna get you right. So do y'all know they have frequency fire extinguishers?
A doctor would remove the hardened clump of hair directly from the animal. And if you were poisoned, they'd have you swallow it. These hairball stones were believed to have magical properties back in the Middle Ages, which obviously wasn't true. But they were covered in holes, and allegedly, they'd sometimes actually absorb the toxins in the stomach, preventing the poison from reaching the bloodstream. A doctor would remove the hardened clump of hair directly from the...
Right now, for the last 2,160 years, have been atomically composed of what is called carbon-12. Now, this is when everybody like to say 666, right? And let me give y'all the science if you don't know how carbon-12 is, because I say melanin is condensed sunlight all the time. Let me give y'all anatomically the formula of how melanin is condensed sunlight, so that you can understand where carbon-7 is coming from. Rays from the sun come from outer space, and they penetrate the atmosphere. And what happens is these rays come in contact with nitrogen-14 and nitrogen-12. And once these sun rays come in contact with nitrogen-14 and nitrogen-12, the nitrogen-14 and nitrogen-12, once combined with this electromagnetic, with the electromagnetic rays from the sun, combust and become carbon-14. So sunlight, melanin is not only condensed sunlight, sunlight literally solidifies as it enters into the atmosphere and creates carbon-12. So 99.9% of all physical matter in the universe is carbon-12, because once nitrogen in all atmospheres comes in contact with sunlight, it condenses and combusts and becomes carbon-12. So now why is it important? The sun is heating up, all right? And say this enough, it's hotter right now than it's ever been in recorded history. So with that being said, what's happening is the photons from the sun, not a proton, because a lot of y'all think I'm saying proton. No, photons. Photons are pure light. Photons are matter and antimatter combined, which is only found on the tip end of a sun ray. So photon is the purest form of light. So a photon would be like a motherfucking lightsaber if it was physical. So with that being said, the photons from the sun are so motherfucking hot that as the sun rays are coming in contact with nitrogen now, it's a different frequency and a different density. So now the carbon is becoming radioactive. And radioactive just means when an atom is unstable. Now when an atom becomes unstable, in order to stabilize itself, it has to give away an electron. But the photons now are so hot, there's no chemical element in our atmosphere that can actually sustain that radiation. So in order for the atoms to become radioactive now, they have to give away neutrons, So if you deal with chemistry, you know that that's motherfucking unheard of. That's like hearing about a motherfucker legs transforming where his arms is and his arms going where his goddamn legs. That's some unheard of shit. What's happening is carbon 12, which is 6 protons, 6 electrons, 6 neutrons, is giving away 5 neutrons just to be able to sustain itself and become non-radioactive. So what's happening is we're going from carbon 12 to what's chemically deemed carbon 7. Now carbon 7 is 6 protons, 6 electrons, and 1 neutron. Now why is this important and why is this happening? Because the sun, as y'all hear me say over and over, is pulling the 9 planets around the galaxy. It takes us 24,920 years to travel through all 12 zodiac signs. We spend 2,160 years in each zodiac sign. Each zodiac sign is just a star system in a particular that forms a particular pattern that the sun travels through. And these stars, remember, each star is the sun. These suns are emitting electromagnetic waves, aka heat, upon our planet as we travel through. Now the Aquarian age star system, or the zodiac known as Aquarius, that star spectrum is actually so hot that we have to be at a lighter density to exist within it for the next 2,160 years. So remember, I told you, sunlight that comes into the atmosphere hits nitrogen, and that becomes carbon. But it's no longer becoming carbon 12, it's becoming carbon 7. So what's happening is everything on the planet Earth is becoming atomically recomposed. So the age of Aquarius is what? They call it the age of spiritual enlightenment, the age of spirituality. Your Kundalini chakra system, your 7 main chakras, the lower 6 from your third eye and down, because remember your 7th chakra is your crown chakra, that's neutral. Your third eye and down, your 6 chakras, are ruled by the left hemisphere of your body, which is electrons, aka feminine energy. The other half of the 6 chakras is ruled by your right side of your body, which is protons, which is masculine energy. So you have 6 chakras. Half of the 6 chakras is ruled by electrons. Half of the other 6 chakras is ruled by protons. And then you have the one neutral chakra, which is crown chakra, which is a neutron. So carbon 7 is actually the physical molecular formula for the spirit to be housed in a new biological system that we call the body. So when we talk about evolution, there is no evolution in the terms that motherfuckers think we come from monkeys. Evolution is predicated biologically upon light. Depending upon what spectrum of light you live in, your body will biologically recompose itself in order to fit that existence. Period. If you went to go live in the motherfucking, when we talk about giants and motherfuckers being on the earth, why we don't see that today? Because their air pressure is different. When motherfuckers want to talk about dinosaurs and shit like that, why nobody never say, damn, what was the oxygen level? Because if you go check the oxygen level millions of years ago, it was more dense. So shit was bigger. Now it's lighter. Shit is smaller. I'll give you an example. When my older cousins was in 8th grade, high schoolers look like college students. They have beards, all kinds of shit. When I got to motherfucking 8th grade, high schoolers look like me. Now, high schoolers look like goddamn 5th graders. So why is this important? Because as generations and generations and generations are coming out of the womb of our black women, they're coming out with more density in their DNA. Each DNA strand is activated by a density of light. So for every one density level, you get 2 strands activated. This is why when I say the white man only has 2 strands of DNA, it's because he can't get past the first level of density. Okay? We have 24 strands of DNA in 12 pairs. So with that being said, right now, black people have a minimum of 10 strands available to them because we're being elevated into a 5th dimension. 5th dimension is what? An angle of light. Another density level that we're getting from the age of Aquarius. What's the angle of light that you're away from? So when you get to winter, you're at the bottom of the sun. So the sunlight is not really hitting the majority of certain sections on the globe. So we experience 90 days of 33 and below weather, aka wintertime. So understand, every day your reality is just determined by mathematics and electromagnetics. You got to do the science, and your DNA is turned on or the fuck off depending upon how much light it is exposed to. Don't believe me? Look at plants. Do plants die? No. During the wintertime, they go to sleep or they become dormant, and when that light hit their ass, they wake the fuck up. Okay? And different plants grow different in different regions. Plants grow different in Alaska than they do in the tropical rainforest because they're exposed to a different degree of light. This is the same thing with DNA. Okay? So for the last 2,160 years, you could say we were plants in Alaska, aka we were coming through the Pisces. Now black people are going to become plants in the goddamn rainforest as we go through Aquarian age. And that's just a metaphor to show you. You grow biologically different, determined upon your exposure to light. Even when you got a motherfucking pet, okay? They tell you put the pet under this kind of light, infrared light. Because why? It grows better. It moves. Its activity is better. It believes it's in a natural environment. If you got a goddamn snake and you put a normal ass, whack ass light bulb in there, the snake not gonna grow in the fucking tank. So this shows you light governs genetics. You cannot be, see, when you talk about having a garden, what's the first thing you talk about? Water. Because ain't shit in your garden gonna come to life if you don't water it. When you talk about genetics and DNA and biology, what's the first thing that you need to even get that shit activated? Light. So water is for plants what electromagnetic light from the sun is to your DNA. When you can no longer conduct light, you die. So we're dealing with carbon 7.
Dang. Oh man, he really was on to something for real. Young Pharaoh, man. Shout out to him. I don't know what happened to him, but hey, he got some knowledge for sure.
Do celebrities in Hollywood actually live forever? This is how Hollywood really is, people. This is the stuff that happens behind the scenes that you'll never know nothing about.
And who are all these women? Hollywood immortals?
The Illuminati has spread their message using the charisma of actors for centuries, but get this, they found a way to keep them alive so their star power never dies.
Hollywood's leading men are making themselves immortal using the blood of young women. They're all hundreds of years old.
Very real possibility.
Every ageless leading man is one of them. Nicolas Cage, Brad Pitt, Larry David, and the most bloodthirsty of them all, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yep.
That's why they all date 19-year-old models who we never see again for their blood.
So the song Shake It Off was about how I shed my skin every 1,000 years. And the song
They put the truth right in front of our faces, people.
out of my Grammys.
They do.
If you're wondering what that show is, it's called Inside Job on Netflix.
Nah, Inside Job is definitely one of them shows, man. For real.
So who remembers the story about the giants, the Nephilim? Yeah, you might want to watch this video because there's megalithic structures all over the world that resembles petrified giants. It's also been myths and legends all across the world about the same thing. That was giants that got petrified. Even the Bible in the book of Enoch talks about it. Yeah, there's pieces of rocks that resemble ligaments and slices of bacon. All of this really makes you scratch your head and think about them. Now, are these stories myths or could they be actual stories with actual truth behind them? And also stuff like petrified hammers and ginormous boots. Yep, just think about it. Just think about it. Are these myths actual legends or not? Y'all let me know in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. And if y'all want the sauce on how to get that chat off of social media, comment down below ATM. Let's get active.
Alright, y'all. That's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I always say, I'm sending peace, abundance, prosperity, and good healthy way. Please make sure you take care of yourself. And please enjoy the rest of your day. All right. Until next time, I'll see you guys in the next upload. Peace.